Much as I thought I could plan a podcast, that is not going to happen. I do not have the mindset to sit here. Chop up block for block how I'm going to tell you about weight loss and weight gain. Good morning on this Monday, March 28th, 2022. The time is 12:08 a.m. and welcome to Early in the AM with Isha. I just finished recording Happenstance and Change. And I was just sitting here thinking a little bit in my little group tank, and I was thinking about time in relationships. What does time mean in relationship? Giving time, receiving time, and the quality of it. How the quality of time, and how do you build a qualifying time? How do you thicken up your time and make it worth the while? How do you make it interesting or keep it interesting? And that's a very important question. It's an exercise. Time is a muscle. It's a physical presence. It's a dynamic of your personhood, of your character, that establishes your ability to engage with the person without any interruptions from the outside world. And your ability to maintain not only focus, but soundness in your attention and your personification with whoever you're engaging. There's a lot of things going on with relationships, especially between, I'm not even talking about friends, between female and female friends. Because that's a very interchanging, on-the-go type of time. I'm talking about between a man and woman when they want to spend quality time together in an intimate setting. What kind of time would be required for the evening to go well? That's the genuine essence of the question. A lot of people want to be able to pour their water in through one entrance and make it be the same on the way out. They don't want to pour their water in the spout, and when it comes out the bottom, there's things floating in the water. That's how a lot of us perceive time. If I'm going to sit down and spend time with you, I don't want you to turn your phone off. What's that about? You're blocking things. That's going to make me think about, why would he turn his phone off? If I'm engaging with you, the moment has to be so sound to a point where you can hand me your phone, I can hand you my phone. And because of the dynamic and the structure of your time with any person, there's going to be an organization, and that's not going to interrupt the moment. Like with me, I already know if I'm spending time with my significant other and I hand him my phone, 9 times out of 10, my mom's going to call. He knows this. I know this. This is not going to interrupt the moment at all. But if he's hiding other females in there and him turning his phone off, it's not going to make the moment more intimate. It's going to look like he's ignoring his phone. And then he's particularly trying too hard to pay attention to me. And it's going to come off any way it comes off. That's just how the moment is designed. Like for me, I spent so much time by myself and soaking in my errors and going back over the mistakes I've made and sitting in the embarrassment and taking the embarrassment in until the moment was digested. And then when the scar was made, going back into that moment, and the scar was reopened and re-injured and made deeper and wider. And then enjoying it on a terminal level, a critical level, a stage 4 level. And then when death entered the moment, dying the death and being buried in it and letting it be what it is. And then moving on with my life, doing this repeatedly. So there's no way for me to engage anything that'll injure or cause injury to the person I'm loving, the person I'm spending my time with, that I'm sensual sensually engaging. I'm touching. I'm making sure he knows I'm there. He's engulfed in my fire. He cannot move. Like, this is what I think about and what's going through me when I'm spending time with someone else. You pull yourself back and you think about it. It's like, that's very grown-up stuff. It is. It's absent. It's a complete absence of the dynamic I'm in now. It's a complete absence. There's no way that woman would be here talking to you right now. Because once my focus changes from this room, this apartment, this phone, it's on whoever it's not going to be something I have to second guess myself about. Like, if a guy makes me feel like my time isn't worth his time, or his time is more important than mine, that is a serious problem. I don't ever want to keep you away from your other women. If you split your time up that way, it's going to show in everything you do. It's going to come down to a point where I have to accept, okay, I only have 20 or 30% of this man. I'm putting 100% of me into 20 to 30% of him. And then I'm supposed to be okay with that. In that okayness, you're just going to chop down all the sensualness that comes with my time. It's not going to be back rubs and all this attention. It's going to be, you hungry? I can eat. That's what it's going to be. If a guy comes to me and he pours his water into my spout, and he's looking what's coming out the bottom of the bottle, because from up close, the thing looks see-through. It looks like, okay, if I pour my time in you, I'm trying to see if it comes out the bottom, if something's gonna be off about it. That's what's going on. The purity of the moment. That's what time is. How pure and intense and focused is your time given? If I sit down next to him, everything about me is going to be so on live in that moment. I don't understand how it can be any different with him. Like, if I feel any nerve that's off, I mean anything. If I'm sitting here and all of a sudden I keep looking over at his door every 5 seconds, or I keep the palm of my hand keeps itching. All of a sudden, I'm in my head and I keep thinking about someone or entertaining something that I normally don't think about. That's going to ruin the moment. And I'm going to think, a naive person will think it's them. Because the insufficient funds where the self-esteem is supposed to be is lacking there. It's a constant gap there. I'm always filling that thing up. Because I know for some reason it's not gonna stay. It's gonna empty itself out. So I'm constantly on this mend where I gotta keep repairing my self-esteem. If I ever fall in love with a guy, if I'm not scarred up as it is, on my knees begging God not to, to have mercy on my soul. If I have any type of love left in all the scars that's made that I have from my previous relationships, if I still have the nerve to have love for a person outside of the fantasies that I entertain, and they take that for granted, like I could just do it again, that's what time is about. That's what these last 20 years has been about, perfecting what time is. Because if you've invested in yourself enough, and if you've gone through every nook and cranny and you've sensed it enough, you can sit in a room with another person and don't say a word, and you will have the time of your life. Because the truth will entertain you. The soundness of the moment will entertain you. You don't have to worry about whether or not someone has time for you. Do they even have quality in their time to begin with? If you're going to be I can be at home doing Facebook and cleaning. Are you going to be in the room with people running in and out? All this noise is going on and you can't relate to it. And then you're just sheltering more in place. And you're just coincidencing. And you're like, this is a coincidence, right? This isn't supposed to happen this way. And then you're like, let me go. You find yourself yearning to be alone because now you're trying to patch up the holes that were left by this insurmountable live wire of time that was just in your face. A certain thing about a man, not when he's in public and he's maintaining his manhood. When he's alone with you, and not when it's just his hormones have taken over everything and he thinks all you want is to be touched. No. I want to sit next to you, and I want my time and I want who I am to calm down. I don't want what's going on, what's going around in me, in my social sphere, in my religious sphere, in my world political sphere. That shouldn't have anything to do with you. I should be able to turn those down when I'm alone with you. If I can't turn that off, maybe it is me. Maybe I still got some more soul searching. But if it's you, honeybee, listen to me. It'll be alright. We gonna be alright. We gonna work on this time thing, and we gonna make sure both parties is qualified to be in the same space with each other. Not because you need to help the fat girl feel good about herself, because how I feel is just how I feel at the end of the day. But if me meeting up with this person is for the benefit or for the betterment of all parties involved, hey, I've done worse things for less. It's not that bad. I don't know what that meant. Anyway, when it comes to time, now that I've rambled around in so many circles, it is the quality of the time. And that all comes down to the care that the person, gives to themselves in their health and their hygiene, and then in their mental health, their emotional health, the psychological, all that stuff. All the care they partake, that adds to the time and what it means. And then if the two have the energy to get up off of their haunches and put their time on the move, now that's where a relationship comes into play. It's going to be hard for two people who are more like statues to have a working, moving relationship. That really doesn't work that well. But I don't know. I haven't chilled with this significant other, so I can't keep making assumptions about something I truly don't know. You know what I mean? Okay, love. I love talking to you, but I gotta go. See you when I see ya. Talk to you later. As much as I thought I could plan a podcast, that is not gonna happen. I do not have the mindset to sit here. Chop up block how I'm going to tell you about weight loss and weight gain.